Good morning, class 9. Good morning. So today we will do the final revision of our syllabus. As you all know that our final exams are starting from tomorrow only, and you have your first paper is of SST. Okay. So today we are here to do the revision of the syllabus. Today we go through all the MCQs which are very important, right? I have converted all the fill in the blanks and match the following into the MCQs. Okay. If you have any query, you can ask me. No problem. Shall we start? Okay. Which of the following state of India has less population? Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, and Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh. That is Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. Now, which of the following is the working age group of the population? 50 to 59. Very good. Giving very accurate answer. According to 2011 census, the highest density of population. UP, Kerala, Bihar, and West Bengal. Highest density. Read it very carefully. Bihar. What's the right answer? Bihar. Now come to the next. World Population Day is celebrated. Is 11th of July. What's the answer? 11th of July. Which is the state of India that has the largest area? Rajasthan. Very good. Secondary activity. What do you mean by secondary activity? What's the answer? Manufacturing. Can you tell me what do you mean by secondary activity? Convert raw material into converting raw material into finished one. Okay. Finished. Now, what's the answer? Manufacturing. How many million plus? Read it carefully. How many million plus cities in India in 2011? Million plus. कितनी cities हैं जिनकी population million plus है? Million plus क्या होगा बेटा? It's population only. So how many cities have a million plus population? It's around 53 cities. How many? 53. Now, what is primary activity? Mining. Can you tell me the definition? Ronak Meena. Good afternoon, Ronak. Okay. Ronak, give the reply also, beta. Okay. Primary activity? Extraction and agriculture. It's agriculture, fishing, extraction of coals, and so many, etc. Now the next question. Almost half of India's population lives in how many states? ये पूछ रहा है इंडिया की कितनी पॉपुलेशन ऐसी कौन से स्टेट्स में है जो सबसे ज्यादा है? 6 states, 5 states, 7 states and 8. It's 5 states. How many states? 5. What is the average sex ratio of India as per 2011 census? 943. Now, next. 16% of India's population is present in the state of. It's Uttar Pradesh, not Bihar. देखो आप कंफ्यूज किस में होते हो? टोटल पॉपुलेशन एंड डेंसिटी. डेंसिटी हो गया पर स्क्वायर किलोमीटर में कितने परसेंट रहते हैं, तो हम उसको पॉपुलेशन डेंसिटी बोलते हैं। ठीक है, ये हमें क्या कह रहा है, हाँ 60% ऑफ इंडिया पॉपुलेशन इज प्रेजेंट इन द स्टेट। हमारी ओवरऑल पॉपुलेशन का 60% कौन से स्टेट में है। जब हम बात करते हैं कि इंडिया की जो ऑलमोस्ट हाफ पॉपुलेशन है वो 5 स्टेट्स में है, उसमें से उत्तर प्रदेश मेन है। हमारा उत्तर प्रदेश हुआ, राजस्थान हुआ, मध्य प्रदेश हुआ, 3 ही हो गए, तो आप बताइए। बिहार तो होगा ही। और तो व्हाट वाज द आंसर, बिल्कुल सत्तर प्रदेश। इंडिया में ओवरटेक चाइना इन पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ इन द ईयर 2045। 2045, currently we are in 26, right? So how many years are left now? 19. Which is the most populous country of the world? China. Now the next. In how many years is the official enumeration of population carried out for census? बताइए 10 years। सेंसस मतलब जनगणना, ये मैं आपको पहले भी बता चुकी हूँ, राइट? सेंसस in every 10 years. So what's the answer? 10 years. The total area of India accounts for how much percentage of the world's area? 2 point? Sure. Which of the following bank has been directed to provide loans to cottage and the small scale industries? Tell me the name of the bank which provides funds to small scale and large scale industries at very low interest rate. Tell me. It's NABARD. It is written in the short form. It is wrong. It is written like this. Okay. Now come to the next one. The National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that is NERP. NERA, sorry. What is NREA? That is National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, enacted by legislation on, कब लागू किया गया था? When it was started? 2000. What 2000? In August 25, 2005. When it was enacted? August 25, 2005. Yes, Jia, any doubt? Any doubt? Is it correct? No. Shall we move? Now, schemes like Akshara Dosha and Shira Yojana are associated with milk production, food production, literacy and the midday meal. देखिए, both these schemes are started by the government. Okay. Akshara Dosha and Shira Yojana, it is for Anganwadi schools, in which the students are provided the midday meal. Okay, there is the two type of scheme in which they provided the two type of the meal, 2 time meal, including आपका breakfast and lunch, and with milk also. Okay, but these both schemes are related to midday meal. What was the aim of the Antyodhana program? मैंने आपको बताया था क्लास में कि गवर्नमेंट ये कहती है कि इंसान उठता भूखा जरूर है लेकिन सोएगा भूखा नहीं, राइट? So it will helping the poorest of poor. So this scheme is related to helping the poorest of the poor. Now come to the next. Antyodaya Ann Yojana was launched in which year? 2000. Very good. Among the following, which is a method to estimate the poverty line? क्या आपकी बुक में भी है कि पॉवर्टी लाइन हम कैसे एस्टिमेट करते हैं? इनकम मेथड। कितना अर्न कर रहे हो उधर से तुम आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे कि आप बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन हो कि अबव पॉवर्टी लाइन हो। आपकी इनकम ही तो आपको बताएगी भाई आप मंथ में कितना अर्न कर रहे हो, कितना आप एक्सपेंस कर रहे हो, कितना आप सेव कर रहे हो। ये किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है? आपकी इनकम के ऊपर। तो व्हाट वाज द आंसर? इनकम मैथ। देखो कई बार क्या होता है, हमारे जो एमसीक्यूज होते हैं ना बहुत ट्रिकी होते हैं, उसका आंसर उसी में ही हिडन होता है। ठीक है, तो जब भी आप एमसीक्यूज करें तो प्लीज रीड द क्वेश्चन वेरी केयरफुली। नाउ, वन हिस्टोरिकल रीजन फॉर पॉवर्टी लाइन इन इंडिया, impact of British rule, faulty economic policies, high growth rate of population and high level of unemployment। क्या इसमें एक और ऑप्शन नहीं होना चाहिए था? बी सी डी। रीड द ऑप्शंस केयरफुली, व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग। हिस्टोरिकल रीजन, काफी टाइम पीरियड से ये एक रीजन बनता हुआ आ रहा है कि व्हाई देयर आर पॉवर्टी इन इंडिया, राइट। फर्स्ट है impact of British rule, whatever they had done with us in the previous time. Next is faulty economic policies, whatever the policies which are imposed on us since 16 years. Okay, high growth rate of population, continuously increasing in the population rate. Then high level of unemployment, they are educated but still they are unemployed. I am asking you the historical reason. Why? When the Britishers came in India in 1600, what they want? They want only and only revenue for us. इस revenue के लिए they had done everything. By hook and by crook, they want only money from us. So what they had done, they had implemented so many policies on us. Subsidy lines, doctrine of lapse, permanent settlement, Roy-Tawari system, Malwari system, what are they? They are the such type of policies which are imposing on us only for getting the revenue source. What we had done, हमने वही किया। तो इसका रीजन क्या आएगा? फॉल्टी इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज। अगर हमारी पॉलिसीज ही अच्छी से बनी हुई होती तो आज हम बिलो पॉवर्टी लाइन नहीं होते। Why says that India is a poor country? I hate this line. In each and every time, whenever essays come in exams also, the first line is written that India is a poor country. Why? What was the reason? Main reason behind is that there are so many policies which are lacking. ऐसी कोई इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसी नहीं बनाई गई उस वक्त जो हमें ग्रोथ दे सके, कोई इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ जनरेट कर सके। गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? ये तो आए थे तो क्या किया? पुअर पॉलिसी, राइट। नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। AAY stand for in which state have the land reforms measure help to reduce poverty? Is West Bengal. Now come to the next. The social group most vulnerable to poverty is, देखो vulnerable की बात कर रहा है, ये ध्यान रखना। Educated unemployed, lower middle class, uneducated people and scheduled tribes. It's scheduled tribes. The poorest state in India is Odisha. Very good. How many people in India live below the poverty line? Tell me. How many people in India live below the poverty line? It's 27 crores. What was the answer? 27 crores. Who is considered as poor? Landless labor. You are unable to see? Come and sit. For how many days is Narega provides employment? It's not Narega, it's I think Manrega. It's Manrega, na? How many days does Manrega provide employment? 100 days. Which industry suffered the most during the colonial period? Textile. Very good. Primary sector consists of Agriculture, very good. What did the government shift? Listen carefully, na? Why did the government shift its strategy from long-term to short-term programs to remove unemployment? अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रिमूव करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने अपनी कुछ स्ट्रेटजीज को शिफ्ट किया था मतलब उन्होंने कुछ ऐसी पॉलिसीज बनाई थी जो लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए थी बट नाउ दीज लॉन्ग टर्म पॉलिसीज आर कन्वर्टेड इनटू शॉर्ट टर्म पॉलिसी व्हाई lack of funds large scale corruption lukewarm response from the state government long term programs take long time to implement what was the answer क्या आएगा देखो ध्यान से पढ़ो long term program take long time to implement underemployment occurs when people underemployment underemployment काम तो कर रहा है लेकिन जितना उसको पैसा चाहिए था वो उसको उतना नहीं मिल रहा एम्प्लॉयड तो है he is getting money he is getting his salary he is getting his wages but underemployed that means the person is expecting around 25,000 rupees per month but he is getting only 15,000 that means he is doing work but is underemployed now are working less than what they are capable of doing काम तो कर रहा है लेकिन काम कम कर रहा है दे आर कैपेबल भाई जितना मैं कैपेबल हूँ उतना काम ना करके कम काम कर काम तो कर रहा है लेकिन कम कर this type of unemployment is found mostly in urban areas educated unemployment what was the answer the activities in the tertiary sector trade because it is related to all type of services सर्व शिक्षा अभियान education very good सीजनल बेटा मेनली जो काम होता है वो एग्रीकल्चर करता है रूरल एरिया का देखो जो सीजनल होता है वो कौन से लोग करते हैं रूरल वाले क्यों दे हैव द 12 मंथ out of the 12 months what they used to do they do harvesting of crop agriculture or in 6 months only what about those other 6 months they will sit idle how they will earn how they will live their life so for what purpose they used to move towards the urban area okay and our question is this type of unemployment is found mostly in urban पढ़ा लिखा है लेकिन बेरोजगार है that is the educated unemployed got it in 2011 literacy rate of Kerala 94.6 94.6 which right of the constitution of India neglects the bonded labor and the child labor bonded labor पता है क्या होता है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के हिसाब से काम करते हैं हाँ so what was the answer right Agnes. In front of whom a person arrested under the preventive act can presented law board court advisory board or state policy chief what was the answer court now come to the next question what is the name of the day celebrated on 10th of December every year women development day human rights right to freedom which of the following is not true about the fundamental right not true read it carefully not these are absolute these are given in third part of the constitution at present they are six in numbers and they were taken from the USA okay Kalam's community belong to which country Kenya Japan Indonesia or the Uganda Indonesia. The British administrator who killed 400 tigers during the colonial rule in India. George? George Yule or George Shaw? What was the answer? Is George Yule or George Shaw? George Yule. The number of the families that follow the ideas of Surantiko Salmon by 3,000 or 2,000? 3,000 families were there. Huh? The Dutch began their scientific forestry in Java. To protest the British, the forest communities in Andhra Pradesh were led by its Alluri Sitaram Raju. Have you seen the movie Triple R? Triple R, that is RRR. It is totally based on the tribal community and it is the truth. If they like any person from the tribal community, उसको उठा के ले जाते थे वो अपने साथ. It is very truth. Right? So Alluri Sitaram Raju. If you know that his name is Raju there. Right? Now, the person who questioned the Dutch that state ownership of the forest was before salmon. According to the colonial government, the best forests were. Everybody knows the answer. Very good. The book The Forest of India was written by Warren Hastings, Lord Dalhousie, E.P. Stebbing and E.P. Thompson. देखो वॉरेन हेस्टिंग नहीं होगा, लॉर्ड डलहौजी भी नहीं होगा, बचे ये दोनों. अब ये दोनों में से बताओ. स्टैब्यू. लग रहा है नहीं बताना है बेटा. You have to give the correct answer, na? It is from which chapter? Tell me the answer. It's E.P. Stebbing. What was the answer? E.P. Stebbing. The aboriginal group of, what was the question? The aboriginal group Nagari Jindejri belong to which country? Is Nagari Jindejri is Australia. What was the answer? Australia. ये थोड़ा आपके डीप में से आ गया. ठीक है. Which of the following is not associated with Sweden agriculture? Karacha, Jhum, Bivar and Penda. Karacha. Jhum cultivation in northern eastern part. Bivar is in MP and Penda. No idea. In India. India Forest Act was set up in the year. That means the Forest Act was when it was implemented. Okay. Which of the following was not a forest community? Forest community कौन सी नहीं है? Jhum is the cultivation. Yes. It's Jhum. In which year did the Bastar Rebellion took place? 1910. In Southeast Asia, shifting agriculture is known as Tevi, Lading, Milpa or Chitimni. Ladang? It's no, it's Lading. 14C. It's Ladang or it's Lading? It's Lading. Who were the colonial power in Indonesia? Colonial power in Indonesia. Dutch. Answer is also here, okay? If you know the answer, if you want to know the answer, check the answer key at the last. Okay. Now, come to the next. The spring cross that is usually harvested after March. It's Kharif, Kuruvai, is Samba or Rabi? Rabi? थोड़ा सा कंफर्म हो जाए. What was the answer? It's Rabi. It's not Rabi, it's Rabi. The Gadi shepherd are found in more numbers in the state of. Come to the next. The Raikas could no longer move into Sindh and graze their camels on the bank of the Indus after. कब नहीं कर सकते थे ये? भाई सिंध आ गया हमारा इधर पाकिस्तान. तो आप बट ऑफ कोर्स आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस उसके बाद ही हम नहीं जा सकते थे वहां पे अपने कैटल्स को ग्रेज कराने के लिए. इट्स 1947. ओके. भाई सिंध की बात करो तो सिंध कहाँ आया हमारा? पाकिस्तान. तो हम क्यों नहीं जा सकते थे? आफ्टर द इंडिपेंडेंस पार्टीशन हो चुका था. ठीक है. The Kinauris, a pastoral community, belongs to Himalayas, Bengal, Karnataka or Tamil Nadu? Kinauris is Himalayas. What was the answer? Himalayas. The Gati shepherd moved north and spent the summer in Lahul and Spiti. Now, what is the estimated number of Africans whose livelihood depend on the pastoral activities? Sure. 22 million. Yes, of course, it's 22 million. Next. G.C. Bernays wrote his settlement report of Kangra 1850-55 about किसके बारे में लिखा था इन्होंने? एक रिपोर्ट सेंड करी थी इन्होंने. गडीज, गोलास, गुज्जर और राइकार्ड. गुजर बकरवाला कहाँ के थे? जम्मू कश्मीर. अब देखो जरा पढ़ना क्या क्वेश्चन है. जेसी बैंस रॉड इज सेटलमेंट रिपोर्ट ऑफ कांगड़ा. कांगड़ा किधर आएगा हमारा? जम्मू कश्मीर की तरफ. सेटलमेंट के लिए एक्चुअली होता क्या था, ये अपने ये हो गया हमारा नॉर्थ पार्ट. ठीक है. जम्मू कश्मीर ये हो गया हमारा. राइट. तो ये इनको नीचे की तरफ लेकर आते थे. कौन से पार्ट में? ईस्टर्न पार्ट में. तो ये इनके लिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट वाला टाइम हो गया था व्हेन दे स्टार्टेड इम्पोजिंग टैक्स ऑन देम. क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे कैटल्स हुआ करते थे जो भाई क्लाइमेट टू क्लाइमेट इनकी बॉडी भी अफेक्ट करती है. कई ऐसे कैटल्स होते हैं जो बहुत तेज गर्मी में सर्वाइव कर जाते हैं और बहुत ऐसे होते हैं जो मर जाते हैं. बहुत कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जो सर्दी बियर कर लेते हैं और बहुत कुछ ऐसे होते हैं जो सर्दी बियर नहीं कर पाते. तो कई बार ये क्या होते थे, उनको इंजरी हो जाती थी. मतलब इंजरी मतलब दे लॉस देयर लाइफ समटाइम्स. तो इनके जो नंबर थे, नंबर ऑफ कैटल्स की जो काउंटिंग थी वो डे बाय डे कैसी होती जाती थी? कम होती जाती थी. तो ही मेड द रिपोर्ट अबाउट द कांग्रेस कि भाई हमारे साथ ऐसा मत करो, एक सेटलमेंट कर लेना चाहिए. तो दैट वाज अबाउट गुजर बकरवाला. व्हाट इज द सेटलमेंट ऑफ द राइकास इज कॉल्ड ढांडी, बंदप, वुडन चैलेक्स एंड द राइकास. ये थोड़ा सा डीप दिया है मैंने आपको आंसर. इट्स ढांडी. लिटिल बिट डीप स्टडी करनी पड़ेगी बेटा. अब आप 10th में आने वाले. H.S. Gibson was the deputy conservation of forest in where? H.S. Gibson. It's Darjeeling, Nilgiri, Ooty or is Otaka Mund. बताइए. What was the answer? The answer is Darjeeling. The Maasai cattle herds Live primarily in Central Africa, East Africa, Northern Africa, Western Africa. Yes, tell me the answer. Maasai cattle herders. Where the Maasais live? Africa. Where? East Africa. What was the answer? East Africa. Raikas, the pastoral community lived in which Indian state? Raikas. Andhra Pradesh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan? Of course Rajasthan. Camel को लेके जाते हैं. Of course it's Rajasthan. So why are you confusing? The house of the Gujar cattle herders are known as. The houses of the Gujar cattle herders are known as gambrel, mandal, wooden chalet, and ute. Mandal. What was the answer? It's mandal. Several households of the Gujar Bakarwalas during their grazing journey is known as Kapila. आज ही पढ़ा है. It's Kapila. The Gadi shepherd of the Himachal Pradesh. Peer Panjal. The country that conquered German East Africa during the First World War. German East Africa during the First World War. Britain, France, Germany, Italy. ध्यान से पढ़ो. जर्मन ईस्ट अफ्रीका. जर्मनी ने ईस्ट अफ्रीका वाला पार्ट. It's Britain. What was the answer? Britain. Next. Rabi crops are harvested in after March. Huh? Answer is mentioned here. Answers are mentioned here, na? After March. Gatti shepherd mainly belongs to. Answers are mentioned, na? By mistake. Raikas are famous for rearing camels. Kinauris belong to. And the Maasais are found in. It's East Africa. Gujar Bakarwalas move in groups. The house of Gujars. Gadis stand summer in. The Raikas mainly live in. Pastoralists depend mainly on. Bugyals are. The Criminal Tribes Act was passed in. German East Africa was conquered by. And the Gadi shepherd moves seasonally. Answers are mentioned by mistake. All are giving answers very fast. The Indus River flows mainly through. Which one? Maasais are mainly. And the pastoral movement. Transhumans. What was called? Transhumans. Shivalik hills are the main occupation of Raikas. And settlement report of Kangra. So class, today's class is over. I hope most of the questions are covered. In this MCQs, most of the questions are in the fill-ups also, in the form of fill-ups. Some are in match the following, so I converted them also into the MCQs. So these are the some sample questions. Like that only, they will come in your tomorrow's paper. So all the best for your tomorrow's paper. If you have any query, you can ask. Any query? कोई भी क्वेरी हो लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आंसर्स को लेके शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन आंसर्स को लेके तो यू कैन आस्क मी seasonal hunger and chronic hunger. Very good. Any other query? What do you mean by seasonal hunger and chronic hunger? Okay. Wait a minute, na. Wait a minute. Why this is not working? Screen is not coming. Where to write, बच्चे? Okay, at the page. Okay. Now the query, first query is could you tell me what is hunger? Bhukmari. It's not bhukmari, na. I'm asking you about the hunger. I'm hungry. मैं भूखा हूँ मुझे भूख लगी है ठीक है अब जब हमारी हंगर को हम सेटिस्फाई करते हैं दैट मीन्स वी फुल आवर स्टमक ओके नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज सीजनल हंगर मैम ये सीजन वाली हंगर क्या होती है सीजनल हंगर व्हाट इज सीजनल हंगर टेल मी रीड योर आंसर certain time of the year that means when he have a work he will fill his stomach when he don't have his work his stomach will empty then what about the chronic hunger matlab throughout the year he was hungry he is not getting the quality and the quantity of the food that means he is not getting the proper nutrients okay so what we can write about the seasonal hunger what we can write in the definition of the seasonal hunger can you tell me which chapter economics hmm. Hmm. Chapter number 3 or the chapter number 4 4 seasonal hunger is mainly depend on the agriculture activities this type of hunger exists when a person is unable to get work for the entire year when the person is unable to get that means if he have a work he will earn money and he will fill his stomach right and what about the chronic hunger what about the chronic hunger chronic hunger में क्या होगा he is not getting enough food with sufficient quality and quantity of food. That is called chronic हंगर। जब वो पूरे साल भर ही उसके पास कोई, हम कहें कि अप्रोक्सीमेटली, मतलब अप्रोक्सीमेटली बात हम बात ही छोड़ दें, ही वॉज नॉट श्योर कि उसको साल भर में खाना मिलेगा भी नहीं मिलेगा, अगर मिलता भी है तो प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिएंट्स उसको दे पाएगा कि नहीं। दैट इज कॉल्ड द क्रॉनिक हंगर। व्हाट अबाउट, so they do the seasonal work। बिल्कुल। राबी और खरीफ क्रॉप्स उन्होंने ग्रो करी सीजन के अकॉर्डिंग। 4 मंथ राबी करी, 4 मंथ इन्होंने खरीफ करी। कितने मंथ गए आपके? 8 गए, 4 मंथ बचते हैं। 4 मंथ में जो इनकी थर्ड क्रॉप होती है दैट इज द जायद क्रॉप, जिसके अंदर ये क्या करते हैं? मिक्स फार्मिंग करते हैं। मिक्स फार्मिंग आप समझते हो? मिक्स फार्मिंग का मतलब क्या होता है? मिक्स फार्मिंग में आपका आ गए प्लांट्स, आ गए फ्लावर्स, आ गए सीजनल वेजिटेबल्स, आ गई सीजनल फ्रूट्स, आ गए। ये एक ही फील्ड के अंदर ग्रो करते हैं सबको। दैट इज द मिक्स फार्मिंग, जो कि आपकी जायद क्रॉपिंग कहलाती है। और इन केस अगर ये ऐसा नहीं करते हैं तो दे मूव टू अर्बन एरियाज फॉर डूइंग सम कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क, मैसन वर्क। गॉट इट? क्लियर? नाउ नेक्स्ट, एनी क्वेरी? व्हाट आर द ह्यूमन राइट्स? क्या होते हैं ह्यूमन राइट्स? आज आप यहाँ क्यों बैठे हैं? क्या है आपके पास? राइट टू एजुकेशन। व्हाट यू हैव? राइट टू एजुकेशन। So what we can write? Rights which are given to us, or we can say rights which protect our interests. Give us what? Safety. हमें हमेशा क्या फील कराते हैं कि हम प्रोटेक्टेड हैं, हम सेफ हैं, हमारा जो राइट है वो सेफ है, कोई उसको एक्सप्लॉइट नहीं कर सकता। दैट आर द ह्यूमन राइट। एक ह्यूमन राइट्स की भी क्या है? एक लिमिट है। गॉट इट? नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेरी। मैंग्रोव फॉरेस्ट, क्या नहीं आता मैंग्रोव फॉरेस्ट में? हाँ, मैंग्रोव फॉरेस्ट बताएं। दीपक, आदित्य, मैंग्रोव फॉरेस्ट क्या होते हैं? अराउंड द कोस्टल एरिया दे ग्रो। अराउंड द कोस्टल एरिया। और ऐसे ट्रीज होती है जिनकी खुद की दूसरी जो ब्रांचेस होती है वो किसमें कन्वर्ट हो जाती है? रूट्स में। और स्वैम्पी एंड मार्शी एरिया, स्वैम्पी एंड मार्शी एरिया जिसको हम हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? हाँ जी, दलदली बोलते हैं। ग्रोज इन स्वैम्पी एंड मार्शी एरिया, जो अपनी तरफ क्या करता है? सॉइल खींचता है। क्या करता है? खींचता है। That are the mangrove forest. It is written in your copy also about the mangrove forest. Okay. Now next question. Thorny. थ्रॉन एंड स्क्रब फॉरेस्ट क्या होते हैं? थ्रॉन ऐसे फॉरेस्ट होते हैं जिसमें कांटे होते हैं। मेनली आपको कौन से मिलेंगे? ड्राई रीजन में, अरावली रीजन में मिलेंगे। आपका जैसे हमारा राजस्थान है, अरावली रेंजेस में है, तो आपको यहाँ पर क्या मिलेगा? डेजर्ट ही डेजर्ट मिलेगा, हाई टेम्परेचर मिलेगा, बहुत दूर दूर मिलेंगे प्लांट। थ्रॉनी होते हैं ये, कांटे होते हैं। जिन इनकी जो लीव्स होती हैं वो थ्रॉनी होती है। थ्रॉनी का मतलब हो गया कि ऐसे थ्रॉन्स जो अपने अंदर वंस इन अ टाइम वाटर या मॉइस्चर को एब्जॉर्ब करके रखते हैं। और इनकी जो लीव्स होती हैं वो पैडी लीव्स होती हैं, सॉफ्ट लीव्स नहीं होती हैं, पैडी लीव्स होती हैं। क्यों होती है? कि अंदर अपने मॉइस्चर कंटेन करके रखता है। अगर आप इसको 15 डेज 20 डेज अगर पानी नहीं दोगे तो इट्स ओके, वो ड्राई होके खत्म नहीं होगा। एनी अदर क्वेरी? तो shall we resume our class? So class 9, best of luck for your tomorrow's paper. Still you have any doubt, you can ask me in our VSA channel. So I will solve your queries. Okay. Till now, bye bye. Okay. We will meet in the next session in the 10th class. total views दो